second. Seventh heaven for Real Madrid.
Benzema, Bale and Ronaldo have all felt the heat recently, from the fans, the press and even the FIFA president. Wednesday's incredible 7-3 win was the perfect response, but there's still plenty of questions to be answered for Carlo Ancelotti. Can City rivals Rayo ask some tough ones tonight? Well, the second half of our doubleheader sees Sevilla fresh from scoring 3 at the Bernabeu and still not getting an away win, up against Celta, beaten at home to Barcelona midweek, but 5-0 winners in their last game at Malaga. But first, it's a Madrid derby, and I'm sure that Carlo Ancelotti will be hoping for a similar display to Wednesday, an attacking one that is, not defensive one. Guys, Mendieta and Guillaume Balaguer join me for tonight's games. And guys, I don't know about you, but I'm still getting over that 10-goal thriller at the Bernabeu. What are the positives and the negatives that Carlo Ancelotti can take from that match?
Well, I think the positives are definitely the goals, the attacking, the potential that Real Madrid has. That it has, in my opinion, it has to try to put the best players on the pitch anytime Real Madrid plays, without thinking about who's playing against you. And obviously, you have to improve defensively. It's something that you concede 3 goals, although the penalties could be questionable about if they were or not. But you can't concede if you're Real Madrid 3 goals in your home stadium.
There was criticism for Gareth Bale after the Clásico, very different after the Sevilla game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mostly criticism to Ancelotti because he played him as a striker and he hardly played as a striker. But I don't know you, but it felt like there was a sense of relief both in Spain and in England that he's actually coming good. In Spain because La Liga needs a star and Real Madrid needs a star, and in here because everybody likes Bale. And I think there was a feeling that you cannot go from being the best player in the Premier League to being irrelevant in Spain. So I think everybody's happy, and certainly it's good to see him succeed, even though we know quite well that he's still not 100% fit.
Yeah, after the Barcelona game, Carlo Ancelotti said that he has to learn how to combine better with his teammates. Did we see that in the Sevilla game?
Yeah, we did. He certainly has to get to know his teammates. His teammates need to get to know him, adapt to the new football. But certainly the goal is going to help him to get confidence, to try different things and to settle quicker into the team.
Well, Carlo Ancelotti makes 6 changes from the Sevilla game tonight. Xavi Alonso, the first start for Real since the Copa final in May 5.5 months ago. Just how significant could that be, guys?
He is. We've said several times how important he is for Real Madrid, both defensively and in attack. He's the one that launched those balls to Cristiano, to Bale or Di Maria, who was playing in that position. And he makes it so easy, which is obviously not as easy as when he's not there. Real Madrid struggles.
For the 8th time in 11 league games, discounting the Clásico, of course, Real Madrid play after Barcelona. 9 points the gap. How hard is it to keep playing catch-up?
It is. I mean, it's more the psychological pressure more than anything, and seeing that they score goals, that they're still on the top, they're not losing that or feeling that pressure. You have to keep the pace of them also because Atletico Madrid is there, and you want them to lose those points or that difference.
Again, what do we expect from a Madrid derby?
It's a very small pitch. There's a lot of tension in these games, and every time Real Madrid plays away, it's not like when they play at home. You remember them scoring freely at home. Away, they've struggled against Villarreal, against Elche, against Levante. So, well, it may not be easy, but you never know with this Real Madrid. They're on their way up, certainly.
They have the worst defence, the second worst attack, but they are the only team to get the better of Barcelona in terms of possession in 5.5 years. So let's get to our commentary team, Jerry Armstrong and Kevin Keatons.
Well, very different surroundings to the Bernabeu. But Real Madrid have got an excellent record against Rayo Vallecano. Home and away, they've won the last 10 meetings. Rayo kicking off bottom of the table after Almeria posted their 2nd successive win in a match just concluded. And a 1-0 home win over Valladolid. Well, certainly not the biggest ground in La Liga, only 3-sided, the Vallecas. But the home fans in this derby will make as much noise as they can, particularly the ultras there away to the left, to make life as intimidating and as difficult as possible for this much changed Real Madrid side. The Rayo starting 11, just one difference from these team that lost 3-1 at Osasuna in midweek. Nacho comes in at left-back, and Alberto Bueno, former Real Madrid player, drops to the substitutes bench. Carlo Ancelotti's made 6 changes to the Real Madrid side. Only Diego Lopez, Ramos, Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo retain their places. The first start of the season for Xabi Alonso. But plenty of quality in reserve should it be needed. What are you expecting here, Jerry?
Well, the record says that Rayo Vallecano are poor in terms of scoring goals. Only 8 goals this season, Kevin, which is less than a goal a game. And here's a chance straight away.
Benzema running on to a really fine pass. Can't pick out Ronaldo.
That was an awful lot of space for Benzema to get on the right-hand side. Good player, cover from Contral. I like Contral playing at left-back, especially away from home. I think he's a better defender than Marcelo. But Rayo, as I said, Kevin, 8 goals in 11 league games, less than a goal a game, and they're conceding over 2.5 goals per game. So that's why they've only won 3 games this season.
Ball won well here by Di Maria. Couldn't pick out Modric. Here's Trashoras, the Rayo captain. And now Las Bangura. Real Madrid made an offer for him a couple of years or so ago. He's got great pace, Bangura. Doesn't always make the right decisions when he gets into good areas. Still only 21 years old. Now Ronaldo through the legs of Galvez. It's Ronaldo! There's the opening goal. And there is a record start to a season in his professional career. It's now 15 goals. It's his 19th of the season. But that is quite brilliant from Ronaldo.
It's a reverse pass as well, Kevin. He plays a first-time reverse pass, gets about 5 yards on his marker, skips past the last defender, and then comes inside and slots it in the bottom corner. That's a world-class finish. Great ball from Luka Modric. And he goes past, for me, Galvez, far too easy. But that's a fabulous finish. It's his 12th league goal of the season, Kevin. And I expect a lot of goals from Real Madrid tonight. They're starting to find their form. Gareth Bale's finding his form. A lot of these players are just settling in. We have not seen the best of Real Madrid yet, believe you me.
And when you're at the bottom of the table, and on the poor run of form that they are, it's the last thing Rayo needed.
Well, Kevin, you told me a stat earlier. You said they haven't scored a goal in the first half of their last 10 games. Now, for a confidence point of view, that is soul-destroying. Really is. And I mean, again, 8 goals all season in 11 league games. Suddenly, you know, they must be really down. I know it's a derby match, but they must be really low in confidence.
Diego Lopez down to make the little statuesque in their defending there, Real Madrid, that allowed the shot to come in. And there's a challenge. It's a goal kick. Challenge came in from Carvajal. Nacho was the player who went down.
Well, Carvajal sticks his foot out, but well, you can see there, he's looking for the free kick, isn't he? He's dived, and the referee's very, very close. He thinks he's dived as well. He's gone straight legs, stiff legs. He could have got past him, but he thought, penalty kick, I'll try and go for that. He hasn't got it. I think it's good refereeing.
"19 goals now for Ronaldo in the last 14 games. That's a foul by Carvajal. Would have rather have had the positive decision where it mattered inside the penalty area a few seconds ago. It's a booking for the Real Madrid right back. Just looking at that again, he certainly was looking to buy the penalty, but
I think he's looking to buy the free kick as well there, but it's an easier decision for the referee to make when it's not in the penalty area, Kevin, of a derby match. That one's gone out of play. Well shepherded by Pepe.
Well, I think most certainly there was some contact between Carvajal and Nacho inside the penalty area. It's the referee's decision to say who bought the contact, Nacho or the fullback.
I think you see his legs go stiff, both legs. He doesn't try to lift his leg to move past him, and that's the key. I think he's looking for the penalty, and that's what the referee, Senor Alvarez Izquierdo, he thinks exactly the same, and he was a lot closer to the play than we were.
Decent stop from Diego Lopez, his first involvement in the game. I understand that the Real Madrid goalkeeper, since becoming first choice last January, has doubled his salary at the Bernabeu. Good reward for some consistent performances and, of course, continuing to keep Iker Casillas out of the picture. Trashoras for Las Bangura.
Well, he's done enough there to block the attempt across from Las, who's got a lot of pace.
Nice touch from Benzema. Here's Bale, seen little of Gareth Bale up to now. Fresh from his 2 goals on his full home debut in the week. Played very well in that match against Sevilla. He was rather lost in the Clásico, where Carlo Ancelotti came in for a lot of criticism for his team selection.
Well, he deserved the criticism. The team was totally wrong in the first half, Kevin. And you could see that, the difference in the second half, it was day and night. I still can't get over the fact he played Sergio Ramos in midfield. I don't know if anybody actually understood that move, and Morata not even being on the bench is another one that surprised me. But they had chances second half when it was 1-0 to get back into the game and didn't take them. One great save from Victor Valdez, I think, from Ronaldo was the key, and then the shot that Benzema hit off the crossbar, and he missed a header at the far post before the second goal went in. But now they've bounced back. They're still only 6 points behind. If they win tonight, that's what it'll be. There's a lot of games still to be played, and they're getting better for me. I haven't seen, well, a big plus is obviously Xabi Alonso back tonight, Kevin. That's fantastic news for Real Madrid. They certainly have missed him.
Had a groin operation, Xabi Alonso, in the summer, and then succumbed to a toe injury.
The dreaded metatarsal.
Trashoras looking to work that wide towards Vieira. Ostensibly, Rayo Vallecano playing without a recognised striker in this game, because Bueno, who would normally play there, has been dropped to the bench. Jonathan Vieira nominally is the player who'll try and get forward the most, but he's more a second striker or a winger. This is Iago Falque for Vieira. Falque again on loan from Tottenham.
A lot of players on loan for this Rayo Vallecano team, and that doesn't help the continuity, Kevin. It's going to be a yellow card.
Xabi Alonso
on Nacho.
Good position this now for Rayo. They normally get the big centre-back Alex Galvez up to strike these free kicks. He's on the premises here.
He's got a couple this season as well, hasn't he, Galvez?
Tends not to be too much subtlety in the Galvez efforts. He normally puts his instep right through these and goes for power.
Well, that's why the wall's got to jump. They've got to be brave and they've got to jump.
It is Galvez.
Well, he doesn't hit the target. That's the first thing you've got to say for Alejandro Galvez. And only a couple of the players jump, which is disappointing. You know, that's something they should be better organised at. This is the goal. He's already played the first-time ball, which has done them. He goes past Galvez too easy. But that's the quality. That's world-class finish there. Wonderful start for them. A couple of minutes gone and you go 1-0 up in a derby match.
Well, he's on the list for the Ballon d'Or again. And will he finally get over the line in the shirt of Real Madrid?
Kevin, his record, he's scoring better than a goal a game. And, you know, since he's joined the club, is absolutely unbelievable. And at the moment, he's certainly getting the better of Messi. Messi's down the pecking order in terms of the Pichichi. It looks like Diego Costa and Ronaldo's going to be fighting it out this season.
For that Ballon d'Or, Jerry, I don't think we should rule out Franck Ribéry.
No, Franck Ribéry, obviously with Bayern Munich and what he's achieved, is another story. There's lots of big names in the original list.
Which will eventually, of course, be narrowed down to 3. The decision to come in January. It's Paco Gémez, former Spanish international centre-back. Took Rayo to their highest ever La Liga finish last season, 8th. Record number of points in the top division, 53. Fallen some way from that since. Here's Trashoras with a corner. And poor marking from Real Madrid, but they're not punished.
Well, it's a free header, Kevin, and you know he's not even come close to hitting the target. And again, that basically puts us back to the start when we said 8 goals in 11 league matches. That's not good enough. But I'll go back to the reason why you're saying about Rayo Vallecano. They have not spent a penny in the transfer window this season. They've sold 7 or 8 million euros worth of players, but they haven't bought anybody. They've taken players on loan. And I feel that is a problem for the club. Lack of investment. Oh, that's a good ball.
Xabi Alonso picking out Luka Modric. And Nacho with a risky challenge. He was always struggling there, the fullback, against Modric.
He's done well, Modric, I tell you. Having a good season.
Adrian Gonzalez for Las Bangura. Tito, the fullback, on his outside, and Rayo will get another corner.
Well, look at Di Maria coming back as the left-sided midfield player. Now let's have a look. He wins it there, and he's caught outside the box. That's a free kick. It is outside the box, but just there he stands on his heel, and that's a free kick. And you know, Modric doesn't appeal too much. You can see he's pulling out the shirt as well, but he does really well. We'll see this in the second replay, and he just stands on his foot there and pulls him back.
Also had a little bit of the Modric shirt as well. Here's Trashoras, the latest Rayo corner, well defended by Alonso. This is Galvez. Wants to continue his run here. Alex Galvez. Run into Contrao.
Oh, it's a difficult one.
Once the ball bounced there, life was uncomfortable for Nacho.
He's hurt his Achilles, hasn't he, Contrao? Whatever way he landed there, awkwardly. He's jumped. Lands awkwardly, you can see there.
He's had his injury problems in his time at Real Madrid. Fabio Contrao.
Outside of the left ankle. Just watch it twisting, Kevin, as he lands. On the boot, and he turns over. That's a bad one. I'm not sure he's going to be able to continue after that one.
It's just his 4th appearance of the season for the Portuguese international. Crumpled to the ground after that painful fall.
That's not good. Complete and utter accident. These things happen in football. Sometimes the most innocuous of challenges turn out to be the worst ones.
They've got Marcelo on the bench, which would be the straight replacement. Should Contrail not recover, but it's not looking good down there.
No, you see there, he's gone right over on the outside of his ankle. He stands on the boot of Lass, and that's what happens. He goes right over, and it's got to be ankle ligaments at least.
Well, if it is, we hope it's not a bad one for Contrail, but it won't be good news for Portugal, who've got that World Cup playoff over 2 legs coming up against Sweden later this month. So Marcelo preparing to come on to replace the unfortunate Contrail. It's a good ball. Doesn't have to break his stride here. It's a lovely weight in by Bangura. The referee has given Real Madrid the free kick.
There's a nudge, I think, on Pepe. I think that's what it's for. Certainly it was contact. Referee was in a good position, spotted it. Let's look again. And he goes into the back of Pepe. Well, Contral's back on his feet, which is good news.
Well, they had Marcelo stripped and ready, didn't they?
Yeah, and that last attack there was Di Maria, who was playing as a left back, and he has good work ethic, I have to say, but he's not the best defender, but he does work hard, and he's playing as a makeshift left back at the moment.
Nacho. Mabia.
That's good to see. Contral's back on his feet. Because it didn't look good, Kevin, a couple of minutes ago, I have to say. It looked like a really bad one.
Looks to be moving quite freely, which is almost incredible. Recovery.
He's not putting proper weight on it, as you can see the cross from Lass. I think he actually hits in the back of Carvajal first, and Carvajal hits Pepe, and that's what it was for. But we're calling him the rubber man in a minute. Contral.
Xabi Alonso.
It's a great first-time ball.
Bale down for Carvajal. This is Modric. Di Maria. Now Benzema. Contrail will be a test of the ankle. Doesn't look to be too much wrong with him now.
Well, he runs freely there, certainly. That's encouraging. He's not had a lot of luck with injuries, Kevin, has he? Contral, look at Paco. Paco's very animated. And he's the complete opposite. Calming it down, Ancelotti.
Flag up, offside against Vieira. Tight one.
Very tight. He's maybe leaning offside. It looks near enough level to me. That does. It's nearly level. You should give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking player, I feel. But in the last couple of games I've done, Kevin, they've seemed to have hedged their bets and went with the defensive side of it. Look where Lass is back defending.
This is Trachoras. It's clearly fouled by Karim Benzema.
He's played for a lot of clubs, including Real Madrid, Barcelona, Celta Vigo. Kevin, he's been round the houses a few times, hasn't he, Trachoras?
The oldest player in the Rayo side. It's a mistake by Pepe, or rather
Carvajal.
Carvajal, yeah.
I think he was looking to pass it back to the goalkeeper, and it bobbled, and it didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to.
Carvajal's initial header. Hooked forward by Di Maria. Trachoras.
Change of flanks here, is it, for Gareth Bale? He's on this left-hand side.
As well as Bale's 2 goals in midweek in that extraordinary 7-3 win at home to Sevilla. Could have been 10-6, so open was that game. Bale also had an assist for 2 more goals in that match.
No, we haven't seen the best of Gareth. As I said a few weeks ago, he needs to get fully fit. He's getting fit with the games he's playing now. He's got over the initial injuries.
This is Arbia. Too strong, way too strong for Nacho.
Yeah, but they're trying to play out from the back, and Real Madrid, to be fair, has put a little bit of pressure on them. Not a lot, but a little bit of pressure, and they've given the ball away.
As well as Almeria's win that took them off the bottom of the table and relegated Rayo to the foot. It was a handsome win for Real Sociedad earlier today. They won 5-0 at home to Osasuna.
It's a big win. That's a great ball.
This is Ronaldo. Trashoras. Las Bangura. Trying to tease away past Contrao. And Benzema caught there by Galvez.
Clever little outside hook from Benzema. Totally wrong-footed the defender, who had to foul him.
Modric picks out Ronaldo. Benzema and Bale waiting for the cross, so too a grateful goalkeeper Ruben.
It's an easy one for Ruben Martinez.
As I touched on earlier, it's Ronaldo's best ever start to a season in his professional career. Never, after this number of appearances, have he reached 19 goals. He had exactly the same record going in tonight as last season for goals and appearances. But last season he failed to score on his 15th game. But tonight, no problem with that very early goal that still has Real Madrid in front. Also takes him level with Diego Costa in the race for the Pichichi. 12 each now.
Like I said, Messi's gone 4 games without scoring. He's fallen well behind in the scoring charts, and it's Diego Costa and Ronaldo who are fighting for the Pichichi this season. And that's something totally different that we're not used to. It's a good break.
Just didn't really have the pace to go on there, Trashoras.
I thought he could have played the pass, though. The pass was on to put someone through, and he just checked back, and the attack breaks down. I do feel confidence has got to play a massive part for this Rayo Vallecano side.
Trashoras. There's Las Bangura. Real Madrid kicking off tonight 9 points behind the leaders Barcelona, so there isn't much room for error. Also 5 behind their capital neighbours Atletico. Galvez. Still trying to play their way out from the back.
Well, that's a big risk, Kevin. Turning inside your own penalty area, you've got an attacking player on you. That is a massive risk that Rayo's taking.
Nice touch from Adrian. Bale thought he was pushed in the back there by Nacho, and an inquiry of the referee. Tito. Las Bangura. Shown the outside by Contrao. Takes that route. Bangura. Great cross. Goal! But it's not going to count for the man on loan from Tottenham, Iago Falque. Came running in beyond the far post. But the flag from the assistant was up. And Rayo denied.
I'm trying to see the replay again here, Kevin, and see what's happened. As he crossed it, nobody's offside. There's nobody offside. I can't see why. Well, it's played it onto the other side, but neither of them, when the cross was made for me, is offside. Well, I think Falque does hit it.
It's that touch there, isn't it? I have to say, it's a pretty good spot by the assistant.
Vieira said it hits. It looks like it hits Vieira. But was Vieira offside when the cross came in?
No,
but when he had the shot, he was. Yeah, you're right. It is a good spot.
He's offside certainly when it comes off
Falque. Yeah. So unfortunate. And give credit to the officials for spotting it. As Las Bangura, and his pace is going to cause him a problem.
Well, some encouragement there, disappointment certainly that they're not on terms, but they've hit the net. Nicely worked goal, albeit
certainly the best move you can see is he's offside. That's the moment it's offside. If it doesn't hit him, Vieira, it would have been a goal. Unfortunately, it does. It hits him on the thigh. And how often was onside, Kevin?
How often, Jerry, that happens when you're at the bottom of the table, not at the top.
Absolutely. There's the slightest of touches there from Tito.
Bale, Pepe, Ramos, Benzema, all waiting for good delivery from Xabi Alonso, and it was perfect and over from Ramos. No wonder he holds his hands to his face. That was a real chance.
Great chance, Kevin. He's got a free header. He's just got to hit the target. He gets underneath it. And fabulous deliveries from Xabi Alonso. Should have done better, Sergio Ramos. Now there's a little bit of good fortune for Rayo Vallecano, who are very unfortunate not to be back on level terms. Oh, here's another chance.
It's Bale. Benzema, 2-0. Another assist for Gareth Bale. Right on the money for Karim Benzema. And just moments after Rayo thought they'd equalised, Real Madrid double their lead.
It's a cruel game, football, Kevin, you're right. It's a minute and a half after they've had a goal that looked initially to be a good goal ruled out, and then superb cross from the right-hand side with the right foot. Gareth Bale, another assist and a great header from Karim Benzema, but it's poor defending. They've had their pocket picked in the middle of the park. Look at this lovely dummy here from Gareth Bale. Lets the pace of the ball go past the defender. That's an excellent cross, but the defendant in the middle, Galvez, is nowhere near Benzema. Benzema's got 5 yards on him, Kevin.
Well, his 2 goals against Sevilla in midweek were Karim Benzema's first in 8 appearances. A perfect service from Gareth Bale. Contrao. Well, there's more Spanish football coming up later. Hang around for a game between Sevilla and Celta Vigo, 9 o'clock, Sky Sports 3. Sunday, Levante Granada. Our coverage begins 6:30, Sky Sports 1, followed by Malaga against Betis, 8 o'clock, also on 1. Trashoras. Jonathan Vieira on loan to Rayo Vallecano from Valencia. I saw quite a bit of them in pre-season, and I thought Vieira was Valencia's best player before the season started, but they decided to send him out on loan.
He's a good player, Kevin. I think it's just experience. That's what it's about. And again, look the press in here as they try to play at Galvez. And they're in trouble. They're lucky to get away with that one. Tito gets the free kick for the foul from Karim Benzema. Not an awful lot of contact either. I can't believe he's still on the park here. I thought he would have been off. Looked like a bad injury to Contrao, but he's still playing.
Here's Bale. Ramos. Di Maria.
You can see Ronaldo telling them push on, let's squeeze, let's put them under pressure.
Xabi Alonso for Angel Di Maria. Ronaldo. Easy take for goalkeeper Ruben. Xabi Alonso. Di Maria, who's revelling in a more central role tonight. Seeing quite a bit of the ball. Offside.
The officials have been really eagle-eyed tonight, haven't they? Checking out some great decisions here.
It's a decent build-up play from Rayo Vallecano.
On the corner.
Final touch off Carvajal.
You can see there Ronaldo pushing them, saying, come on, let's squeeze, let's press. And whenever they've pressed and won the ball back, that's where the goals have come from. We'll see the goal again at half-time, Kevin. What's the first-time pass from Ronaldo inside to Modric before he gets the return pass and goes on and scores?
Poor pass from Xabi Alonso. Not much in the penalty area for Rayo's cause. Now they're getting more players in there. Good run from Nacho.
Good ball. Good ball, no one on the end of it, Kevin. decent build-up play. But they're not playing with an out-and-out striker, are they? They're not playing with a recognised striker, as we see Bale. Look at this great cross from his right foot. That's a fabulous cross and a fantastic header from Karim Benzema. 7th goal of the season for him. And that'll help his confidence, because he didn't start the season particularly well for me, but he's certainly playing much, much better now.
Plenty of time here for Pepe. Real Madrid, of course, have got a Champions League game coming up in the week. They go to Italy to take on Juventus.
They can qualify out right now, Kevin, with a good result, and the same for Barcelona, and that would really take the pressure off then, and they can use their squad. It's a good ball. Here's Di Maria.
Certainly that Champions League game coming up against Juve influenced Ancelotti's team selection tonight.
Well, I know he's been careful with Varane's knee, and he's had the injury at the start of the season. He doesn't want to put too much pressure on it. Lose him for another long period. That's good play from Rayo.
Can they flash cross that he provided earlier when they did get the ball in the back of the net? Miscue there from Saul. Disappointed the teenager.
Mistakes as well, because not good defending from Sergio Ramos, the misplaced header, and got the ball away scrappily in the end. They're still playing their football, Rayo Vallecano.
Just lost so much in the close season, Rayo, from the top end of the pitch. The leading scorer, Pitti, left, as did Leo Baptistao. Here's Benzema. Offside.
Yeah, I said that, Kevin. 78 million they sold players for, but they brought nothing in. They took players on loan. Oh, he's well offside, isn't he? I'll have to tell you, I've not seen the officials get one wrong yet in almost 40 minutes. Some big decisions. Adrian looks like he's got a slight Achilles problem. Senor Alvarez Izquierdo comes across to make sure he's okay.
Big night for the Rayo number 8. Came through the ranks at Real Madrid, but looks like his game is at an end here. Son of the former Real Madrid legend, Michel.
His dad was something special, I tell you. Played for Spain and Real Madrid. Scored goals from midfield. Technically very, very good.
As far as Adrian Gonzalez is concerned, doesn't look as like he's going to make a miraculous Contrao type comeback. His evening is over.
Well, it's a 2-goal cushion at the moment for Real Madrid, and it's all very easy for them. Rayo need a goal. They need to change the pattern of play at the moment. Oh, it's a good pass from Di Maria.
Just out of the reach of Bale.
Idea was good, this back four for Rayo, pushing up and leaving space in behind. Came off Modric last. There's a substitution.
Adrian Gonzalez in no fit state to continue. So Paco Gémez forced into the switch. And the man who was dropped from the midweek defeat at Osasuna, 2 goals this season.
Well, at least he's a striker, Kevin. That's the positive side, and he knows that Paco Gémez, he knows they're 2 goals down. They need to go positive, and he's put a striker on for an attacking midfield player.
And like Adrian, Alberto Bueno came up through the junior ranks at Real Madrid.
I just wonder how long they'll leave it in the second half before, if it stays the same, they're going to have to gamble again and put maybe Larrave on up front, the big Argentinian striker. But the next goal has to go Rayo Vallecano's way to have any chance. Paco Gémez is so animated, he's so frustrated. It's muy enfadado.
Carvajal can release Bale here.
He has.
Benzema waiting for another good cross from Bale. Not quite nowhere near the standard of the initial one, but it's a lovely ball from Carvajal to get Bale free.
I know, and I'm looking at the movement as well, and I feel they're so poor at marking at the back. Rayo Vallecano again. Karim Benzema had pulled off a couple of yards. Had the ball been better from Gareth Bale, he would have been in once more.
Las Bangura. Not a good header by Pepe. Here's Vieira. And Falque. Chance now for Di Maria to link with Ronaldo.
Good ball. It was worth a shot. It was a lovely ball from Di Maria, Kevin, and he thought, I'm going to hit this first time. It was measured, lovely little weight on it from Di Maria. He's trying to come across, he gets a lot of power in it, but he just loses the accuracy. On another day that could hit the back of the net, but certainly worth an effort. Kevin, I can see maybe they will nick a goal here at Rayo Vallecano, but I think Real Madrid's got more goals in them. I can see them scoring a couple more at least.
Xabi Alonso. Modric. Di Maria. Benzema. Galvez getting the better there of Bale. It's Bangura.
Oh, his ankle. It looks like it's gone now, and Marcelo's going to come on. He's done well to actually come back. I couldn't see him coming back the way he twisted, Kevin, but it must be weak, and they're not going to take any more chances. Hopefully he hasn't done too much damage to it, Contrao.
So first half stoppage time. Marcelo on for Contrao.
Well, it's ice pack straight away on that, isn't it? Keep the swelling down.
3 minutes of added time. Lovely touch from Ronaldo, taken on here by Di Maria.
Breaks on.
Galvez slow to get to Di Maria. Benzema.
Chance is gone now, Kevin. Everybody's got back, but that should have been a striker goal for Real Madrid.
Carvajal. Ronaldo.
He sent Falta. I can see it was a free kick, and he should really book the player afterwards as this comes in. And again, Morgan's not great. Too much space for the cross. Nobody's closing the cross down for Carvajal. There's so many things wrong defensively, and that's why they've conceded so many goals. 27, Kevin, this season.
Di Maria looking for Ronaldo.
And that's before tonight's game. He's not offside.
The Rayo supporters urging their side not to put the ball out and continue their attack, but Benzema will get some treatment here.
Looks like his thigh is at a knee, and clash. Oh, he got caught there, certainly. I think it was Galvez who's caught him. It was, as he played the ball off and went one way. Look, what's there? He sticks his leg out and he catches him with thigh. That's a booking. Galvez deliberately sticks his leg out and catches him on the thigh.
Poor ball by Saul. The referee decides that will be enough for the first half here at the Vallecas in the Madrid derby. Rayo Vallecano certainly unlucky to have a goal disallowed. It was a right decision from the officials, but goals from Benzema and Ronaldo have Real Madrid in the driving seat.
And if you look at the stats from that first half, Rayo Vallecano lead in terms of possession, passes and accuracy on those passes. But they don't lead in what ultimately matters. We'll hear from Geisger and Guillem in just a couple of minutes, where they've been on the back foot for most of the first half, but it's been classic Real of recent years. The front three have all been involved in the goals. Ronaldo with the first, then Bale to Benzema with the second. 2-0 up.